boy. Oh, that's lovely. I think you guys that we had left off just as you guys were had stopped trying to chase the guy down, right? I think. It's the thing though, I think you guys had just like reconvened back at the wagon, right? I think. Chilling. Mhm. You got your dice kinks worked out there, Kron? Aw. You oof. Fun. Like, I'm still, let's go! it's not like there's a possibility of there being like if like you're on the side of a mountain and then like a landslide or something. Don't roll it. There. Someone got feather fall? I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure someone has feather fall. All you have to do is just all you have to do is just the whole problem is if you get caught in it and then don't fail a save and end up going over the edge is the whole problem. Anyway, everyone ready to go? Alright. Alrighty, so...
Is that really as far as we've gone?
Ish. I mean, it's not perfect. I don't know roughly how far you are. You've only gone out... 8,
we out,
well...
You know, a little further than right beside the city we just left.
About 12 days out because you lost 4 days because of storms.
Oh yeah, we were rolling bad on weather.
Alright, so you guys, just finished having a rather intense battle with 4 strange mages. I think someone figured out they were probably from Thalion.
They made it pretty clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. And you reconvened at the cart. What would you like to do?
I imagine Lyra's just dissociating and using mending to fix your friend's bow because it snapped.
That's
Did you
fair.
give it like 7 strings though? Then I could shoot 7 arrows at the same time.
You do realize that's not how that spell works, do you? Right? I could just...
Oh, well,
That's not how
no,
bows work.
I don't realize that.
Well, now you do.
Oh. Thank you for this wise wisdom. So let's do 6 arrows.
I can put 1 string on.
Well, that's almost as good.
Yep, it's just a little bit less. But you'll be alright. And that was probably that's probably what they said while they were just sitting there waiting for the other 2 to come back.
Yeah.
Alright, so, yeah, let's say by that time, the other 2 of you are walking back up to them on the cart.
So, did you kill him, or did he get away?
No comment.
He's alive for
Then
now.
how will we know?
We lost track of them, but still, if we find them again, they won't be alive for very long.
Kind of you to show mercy.
It wasn't mercy.
Oh.
For sure.
Yeah, they don't think they realized that they were in the wrong here.
Well, they tried to kill you, so yeah, of course they're in the wrong.
Because he was like, this will mean war if you kill us or whatever. And it's like, we're the
Wait,
ones
weren't
who
they
attacked us out
mugging
of nowhere.
Is mugging a lawful thing here?
I'm
I don't
pretty sure
know.
no.
It might be. We might be criminals for not giving in to their mugging.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, no.
At least in most kingdoms. I don't know all of the laws of Cavia, but I'm pretty sure mugging is illegal.
I bet you we're criminals now.
I mean,
Okay.
we did just kill 3
What
people.
is this
but-
now you speak of?
I've never been a criminal before. Never. I've been a good boy.
Makes one of us.
Mm.
Okay. Look, I look over at Sturs. Maybe 2, but yeah, no, just 2.
Right. Well, is everyone okay? We kind of took a lot of fucking spells to the face.
Oh yes, I almost died. It was exciting.
I'm alive.
How alive?
Like 1/3 alive, but I'll be okay.
I still have some of my blood.
You should work on keeping all of your blood.
Well, that's
In the
no
future.
fun.
In the future. Okay, Gail's gonna go over to Lyra and put a hand on her arm and dump 10 points of lay on hands into her.
Yeah. So as you go over and lay your hands on her, you see a like faint kind of a faint glow. Were you trying to remember what we said your deity was more closely linked to? Anyway, I think you said you were chaos. So it's like a purpley kind of gray glow. And you feel a little better there, Lyra.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys get back on the road and start moving, and eventually you end up setting up camp and setting up for the night. Say for the next day's travel, someone roll a d20.
So that's a long rest.
Yeah, long rest, sorry.
Thank God.
Not rolling.
Spell slot's my beloved.
No, you have to roll. Not
No,
me.
we've seen my dice.
You.
Not
You're gonna
rolling.
roll so good now.
I believe in you. I believe in you. You're not gonna roll the landslide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a dragon. I'm not rolling.
Roll a friend. We meet a fun friend.
This is all y'all's fault. I said I shouldn't roll.
So as you get up in the morning, kind of do your stretches and eat whatever breakfast. I'm not counting rations because screw that. And so you start getting on the road. Everyone make a perception check for me.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Ooh, nope.
Oh boy.
We all suck.
So you guys are just traveling on. It's a bless you.
Sorry.
Fairly clear day. And then let's say you don't hear until all of a sudden your friend you hear a very loud rumbling, and as you kind of look to your left, because we'll say to your
Would y'all not to let me roll?
to your right is a kind of bit of a drop off. The road is about, we'll say, 15 feet wide, but it's a bit of a drop. And you see a bunch of rocks tumbling down the mountainside. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, my friends, they come! The rock people!
Oh my god. Okay. Should go on.
Oh boy. Oh, your friend's safe. Oh boy.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Alright,
does would Lyra see Gale stumbling?
I'm gonna say this is happening really quickly.
Okay.
And, like, cause none of you guys saw this coming.
I was wondering if I would have had time to cast enhance ability, but if I don't, that is
No,
fair.
oh no. Definitely not. If it was a reaction spell, maybe, but, so, as you see all these rocks suddenly tumbling down, everyone just kind of, like, scatters and say, Rini, you do some really fancy flying and get out of the way. Your friend, you just dive off to the side towards the inner side of the road away from the cliff edge, and, Lyra, you just like, ah, shit! Don't jump and dive and tumble a little bit. Gale, you go to try and move, and your foot I guess, because you're probably sitting on the front of the wagon, I assume, probably driving, and your foot ends up getting kind of stuck underneath the edge of, like, your armor gets stuck underneath the edge of the seat, and you kind of trip, and all of a sudden a rock lands on obviously you and knocks you to the ground, and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and are now underneath a rock, as the rest of the rocks tumble around and go over the edge of the cliff.
One sec.
Gale, you're returning to the earth, are you?
Okay, so the rocks are all
Fucking rocks.
the rocks are all tumbling down, right?
Yeah, they're kind of tumbling down, so you guys are, like, standing there as you see Gale go down. She goes down right next to the, I didn't roll for a horse, screw it.
Okay. So
Did that hurt, or did it just look like it hurt? I mean, it looked like it hurt. I was wondering if it really hurt.
But, like,
there's still more that could hurt her, right?
no, it's pretty quick, like, it's not too big of a rock slide, it's just a bunch of rocks tumbled down, and one landed on her as the rest rolled over the edge of the cliff.
It's my old fucking enemy, the goddamn earth.
That's your home.
We'll say it's like about you're standing there watching this for about like 5 minutes before the last few rocks tumble over the edge, and you manage to, like, edge closer and see Gale's pinned underneath one. It's a fairly sizable rock.
Good night, sweet prince.
Well, I can tell you who's
Oh,
not
fuck
moving
off.
rock. This guy.
Actually, she'll turn to your friend and go, "Your friend, how strong are you?"
I'm extremely strong. He goes to lift the rock.
Roll a strength check. Just strength check. You're like, it doesn't even budge. But,
Okay.
And thus, this rock is too heavy for any man. Goodbye, Gale.
Lyra will
I'll push up here, you push from down there. Let's see if we can get this thing off you.
no, Lyra will tap her shoulder and cast enhance ability on herself. She will cast full strength. Lyra's gonna do this herself.
Okay, Gale looks entirely nonplussed and looks like she's, like, pretty calm about this situation, but she sees Lyra going to do something and she just lets her do it.
alright, roll a strength.
So she
roll
has
your strength.
advantage on strength checks for an hour.
Roll a strength check. So, like, Gale, you're just like, sure, why not? And to everyone's surprise, I think jaws might drop too. You just see Lyra kind of like rub her hands together, kind of flex her fingers after casting some sort of spell, and push on the rock. You just push it off Gale with, like, no effort.
She's glowing a little pink right now because her magic always is pink.
Fair.
It's kind of anticlimactic.
The
I go
Goliath
to the back and check on the cargo.
Oh yeah.
The Goliath's jaw did not drop because he raises a finger. Ah, you fell into my trap. Proof that just Lyra is not a man, but a true god, as we suspected.
What?
Proven.
Oh,
Don't think gods work the way you think they do.
Oh,
no.
but they do.
You know what?
Okay.
Okay, your friend. Whatever you say.
Well,
Yet if this is what you wish, then I am correct. Ah, and I am correct.
well, that was odd, but thank you for getting me out from under there. I didn't know you had it in you.
Neither did I. But you always save me, so I thought I might try and save you.
I had no other method of getting out from under the rocks, she thinks, while remembering that she can levitate 500 pounds.
Oh my god.
Okay, Lyra got to show off.
She did.
So, like, you check on the horse, and the horse is a little
Good.
spooked, but it's doing okay, because I'm not rolling for a horse.
Checking the cart and the cargo too to make sure everything's secure and not broken.
Roll investigation check. Why not?
That's it. You guys again.
Everything seems to be okay. 'Cause it looks like they kind of like, most of them seem to like almost bounce over the cart. 'Cause why not? Just that one happened to like, as Gale got stuck, happened to like plow into her.
Yell, way to sacrifice the body for the cargo. Very impressed.
Ah, yes, a true noble.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Alright,
Everything's alright together? We didn't have anything go over the edge?
Good back here. I'll go ahead and ride on the cargo for a bit and just keep an eye on things.
Alright.
alright. As you guys get back on the road, is there anything else you want to discuss for the day?
So Lyra, is like landslides and getting attacked by rogue wizards like a normal event in this timeline, in this area?
Well, I feel like
Let me
landslides are a
roll.
natural occurrence. Like, the weather happens. Hillsides can become unstable. There are hills
Yeah,
here. Gravity
like-
tends to bring things down the hills.
But
This
like
is
we
what
get
happens
attacked
when-
by rogue mages and then there's a landslide within like a day of each other?
So maybe the rogue mages, the one left, did that. Although I'm pretty sure, since you guys couldn't find him, probably portaled away. I know.
Fuck.
But
What
that's
is the
just my
economic
guess.
state of Atemnity right now? It's been a while since I've updated my economics.
What would Lyra know about the economic state of Atemnity?
Roll a history check? You're not sure, you didn't really pay attention.
Well, people use money to buy things.
Oh. They don't trade jokes?
No, trading jokes is not a typical form of currency, although, as we've seen, it can work a little.
That's true. Wow. Back then, when I was around before, they didn't either, and I thought that might have changed.
That's a shame. I think that would be a great form of currency.
I concur. And we will carry on.
So you carry on for the rest of the day, and thankfully you're all on guard. Thankfully there's no more rock slides. You end up easily settling down for the night, and getting another long rest in. And next day of travel, I need another d20.
Alright, I'll save you.
So as you're traveling along for the day, what's the weather gonna be like today? Say it's a little cloudy today. Looks like it might storm, but you're not sure. A second. And everyone roll a perception check.
Oh no, perception checks. My enemy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Next set of new dice.
Alright, Lila's the only competent one today.
Your friend and Quentin, you're probably both sitting there arguing about like jokes being used as currency or something, or gods for that matter, or Lyra being a god. Gail, you're just distracted.
I was disassociating because
For
she
the
doesn't like
record, I
listening to
believe
God
I
convo.
rolled both the mages and the avalanche.
And so Lyra, you're the first one that sees it. You hear it first. You hear the sound of beating wings.
Oh, that's a problem.
And as you kind of look around, you see a kind of smaller speck in the distance. But like it looks like it's still closer, so it's not too big. Flying its way towards you.
And just go, dragon, 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 hide, 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 hide.
Greet? Wave?
No, hide.
Giant cart.
Is there anywhere to hide?
Roll.
Okay.
I'll say.
Everybody don't move. I got this.
Okay.
Create a cube around, illusion around us, making it appear that the road is empty.
And then does that move? Can you move it?
Nope, we're stationary. We're right there. We don't move, and everything just looks like an empty road where we're at.
Well, it says you can use your action to cause the image to move to any spot within range. It lasts 10 minutes. So technically, you could move it if you go slow enough.
You know,
Let's not risk it.
That's fair.
We're not moving.
That's fair.
I
That's
don't
fair.
want to screw this up. I'm not sure this is gonna work anyway.
Investigation check. I'm gonna
Actually,
say.
what I do is I create an image above the cart that it's like an image of the road that is above us that then angles down and it makes it look like an empty road and we're underneath it.
Okay.
You just put a magical tarp over us.
Fair.
Yeah.
Alright, fair. Fair.
That's fucking sick.
So as you're sitting there, you kind of stop the horses and you're, everyone roll a stealth check actually, this is more of a, cause you're sitting still trying to just stay quiet. So I think Gail, you normally have disadvantage, so don't just roll straight.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Cause you're just sitting still.
You're not clumping.
It's,
I'm not moving.
yeah, it's more just you're trying to, stay as quiet as possible.
Oh,
Ha ha ha! Highest stealth roll.
no, what was it?
Almost.
Renee has the highest stealth roll.
But I also have +9.
Oh no, I meant for me personally.
Oh.
Either way, a 16 is impressive. And
So-
technically you rolled higher than me by 1.
I think, Lyra, you find yourself kind of like rocking back and forth a little bit, so it kind of squeaks the boards of the wagon a little bit, and you're kind of like not realizing you're
Grab her by the shoulder
kind of muttering under your breath,
and slap a wing over her.
and all of a sudden you see, because it as this looks like a really rather small dragon, blue, it's kind of flying overhead, and suddenly it kind of pauses and kind of hovers there for a second, tilting its head to the side, and kind of lands, kind of circles around a little bit.
I use the illusion, the ability to move the illusion to kind of keep the illusion facing the.
Sure. And
This is gonna work.
I'm gonna say roll a spellcasting ability check. So roll your d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Just want me to roll an Arcana?
No,
It's the same thing.
just intelligence check basically.
Not terrible.
That's about it, yeah.
Proficiency too.
I don't think so.
Spellcasting ability.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. It's just your modifier.
Act is plus my proficiency.
Yeah, I think spellcasting ability check. So it'd be like for a counter spell. It's just your modifier for whatever your spellcasting ability is plus d20. That's not too bad. It's just a little dragon. You kind of very carefully are like maneuvering the illusion around and.
Pouring down Renee's face. I mean, Quentin's face.
And eventually it kind of circles a couple times, tilts its head to the side, and eventually just flies on.
As soon as it's out of sight, collapses onto the bench.
I'm never doing that again.
Lyra, amazing.
Yes, thank you very much. That was that could have been bad.
What exactly
Just
was
get a
that?
sleep here, okay?
There's a dragon.
We've seen plenty of dragons. Actually, blue ones are fairly common in Shelly Errant.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a
All over the bench and down into the bed of the thing, and I curl up with Petey and go to sleep.
Fair. So you end up, unless there's something else.
Emotionally and physically spent.
Unless there's something you guys want to discuss on the road, you end up getting back on the road, keeping your eyes peeled for more dragons, knowing that there's at least one in the area. A little one at that.
Just to be clear, our last 3 rolls for random encounters have been a massive mage ambush, a rock slide, and a dragon.
A little wormling. It's just a baby.
I rolled 2 of those.
It was just a baby.
Yeah, which is a good thing that somebody else rolled, because if I'd have rolled, it would have been an ancient.
Not that mean.
My rolls are terrible.
So anyway,
we just have to be friended in that case.
Yeah. Oh, it's a blue dragon, ancient. That's something we can befriend.
and then hey, dragons are different in this world. Anyway,
Lyra can be very persuasive.
Okay.
too bad none of you are Cavians. Anyway, so you end up traveling on for the rest of the day, getting your settling down to rest and getting your long rest in. And hold on, just gotta advance this. And as you end up traveling for the next day, and it's a really uneventful day. It's kind of starting to drizzle a little bit.
Actually, it's Gale's turn to roll.
I don't need to roll this time. Hold on.
The DM having mercy.
I have
The DM
reasons.
used up all of the scary shit, so they were like, nope.
Nothing. You guys rolled all the good stuff on your first 3 rolls.
I just want the rain. So it's a little drizzly right now, But as it's starting to get towards, we'll say, just after noon or so, everyone roll a perception check.
Should go so well.
It's gone so
Yeah.
well in the past.
Yeah.
Got
I have
you.
+1s to so many stats in this game, you know?
I have +3 to perception, and it's still like I routinely roll.
Jesus,
this-
you guys. As you're
I was
traveling,
just playing her violin and not paying attention.
I think everyone's just distracted by Lyra's violin playing because you probably got like a little scene playing out and everything. You don't.
Bad when Renee is the one with the best perception. Just want you to
So,
know, as a general rule, this is not a good place.
Because of that, because you're all kind of distracted, you don't, Renee, you don't see them coming up until you're almost right on top of them, like 60 feet away. Well, I'll give them more, 100 feet away. Renee, you happen to like glance to your side as you're listening, and you see a figure in the distance. Looks like their back is towards you. They're walking the same direction you're traveling, but they're walking along the road.
What are they wearing?
From behind, well, you're 100 feet out, so it's hard to tell from this distance. It's just a tall, well, short to somewhere between short and tallish figure. Are you letting the wagon keep going? Because you're about 100 feet out right now. It's pretty far out to get much details.
Reach over to Gail and tell her to stop the wagon. Y'all hang here for a minute.
Look
Alright.
confused. Stop the wagon.
Alright.
I go vertical for 30 feet.
Uh-huh.
Do an angle, a 45 angle, still going vertical, but this time adding forward to it for 30 feet. Level out and go straight ahead for 30 feet. So I should be about 45 feet or so above the ground.
Okay.
And
So...
just try to get a better view of what's down, what this critter is.
Okay, so you went 30 feet forward and then another 30 feet forward, essentially?
Basically, I went 45 feet up and 45 feet, and about 45 feet forward.
Okay, so that's 45. Okay, so from about that distance that's in that angle, you see the back of someone's head, with black hair, kind of like short in the back. I'd say from the top, kind of top down view, you can see kind of sort of the front of the hair where it's a little bit longer and seems like there might be a little purple in there. On the shoulders, they're kind of like a fur shawl. It's because you're still kind of from behind, and you can kind of sort of see that kind of bare midriff going on, but it's kind of a medium tan skin. Darker red leather pants, and they got like a pack over their shoulder, and looks like they might have a short sword on their hip.
Okay, so not a wizard I want to kill.
Don't know.
I mean, not the wizard that I saw
Oh no, not the same.
3 days ago.
No.
Okay. Zip back to the wagon. We got somebody up ahead of us. Just one, though, with a short sword. I think we can handle him. Let's go. If it's a problem, we'll deal with it when we get there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Just in case Lyra casts Disguise Self on herself because she doesn't want to deal with that again.
What do you make yourself look like?
It's just her typical, like, a little bit different than how she would normally look. So just like, oh, you kind of look like her, but you're not her, sort of thing.
Okay.
You see someone you think you know in the distance, you go up, you're like, oh, never mind, it's not you.
Okay, fair. So are you approaching at like a normal pace, slower pace, fast pace?
Is it one horse or two horses?
No,
Just the one.
you just have one horse, I believe. Just
Okay.
small
I just
little.
want to make sure. I was trying to decide if it was a 2-horse thing, I was going to try to hide between the horses. But since it's just a 1-horse, that takes that idea out. Never mind.
You can literally just hide under Gale's cape.
This is also. I'll
It'd
find
be
a
a little
spot in the wagon
bulgy.
to hide.
You can literally sit in the wagon, and if you're on the wagon bed, no one can see you.
I'm gonna fly up underneath the wagon and hide on the axle.
Roll a dexterity saving throw to stay on the moving axle. Okay, so you're kind of like doing the log roll thing.
With a super stealthy little girl.
So slower pace, regular pace.
Imagine we keep going at like the standard pace if we're trying not to look like suspicious or anything.
Faster, faster.
Faster.
You say
I can only run so fast.
I missed that. Normal pace or slower pace?
Normal.
Okay, so as you're
Normal face.
traveling along and you start to get closer, you guys see this figure from behind, and you see definitely medium tan skin, short hair, and as you approach, we'll say within 30 feet, suddenly the figure kind of like spins around on their heel, like startled, and all of a sudden you see, as they spin around, you see suddenly fur spreading spreading all over their body, and claws extending, and they're just standing there in a defensive position like, who are you?
Hello, traveler.
Just people on the road.
I'm assuming you guys are slowing down as that happens or something.
Oh yeah, probably. Oh, there. We come in peace.
Yeah.
More pieces if you're very quick.
Ignore that one. He's a bit troubled. He's got a long past. Storied childhood.
Do I?
Yeah.
I do.
That's why you're going to be quiet during this conversation. See, your friend?
Oh, that is my dark past of falling quiet in conversations. Brooding. He broods.
Alright.
And quietly wishes he could see the brooding.
Just the deepest furrowed brow.
And so you see, like, this figure is kind of like a, either, sorry, it's kind of like a brownish, blackish colored wolf, humanoid looking wolf. And they look really startled, and it's easy enough for anyone to tell that they look kind of almost like that look of paranoia in their eyes. Or is their eyes?
You doing alright here, friend? Are you traveling on your own? We encountered a dragon a whiles back.
The dragons are all over these lands, so that I'm not worried about them.
That's fair enough.
Where are you coming from? Who sent you?
We're not really sent by anyone. We're just traveling through. Where are we heading again, Lyra?
The capital.
The capital. See, she
Doncaster.
knows the map. I know the horses.
Everyone can roll a perception check as you're talking.
Me?
All of you. Well, except for Renee, you're underneath the wagon. You can't see a thing. You see
out in front?
you can see their feet. You can see their feet. You can't see what. Okay, I'll say.
You see his feet? You should probably roll to see his feet.
Lyra, as you guys are having this discussion, and their kind of claws are up, you happen to spot on their we'll call it left wrist, looks like a very familiar mark.
Oh.
Like our mark familiar?
Uh-huh. Very familiar.
Where are you going, sir? We'll say it only startled her for a second when she saw it.
Fun fact, this person looks semi-feminine, you're not sure?
Where are you going, friend?
Ooh, me?
Is it?
Your friend.
No. You want to stay quiet, friend.
Oh yes, brooding.
I'm just trying to live my life, trying to stay out of... I don't want to be captured again.
You were captured?
Yeah?
I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you know who did it?
If I did, do you think I'd be looking over my shoulder like this?
Well, I mean, if you're familiar with who might have done it. That's all I was asking.
No. I'm just trying to get as far away as I can.
Where did you
So
come
you're
from?
heading the opposite direction of us? You're heading north?
Yeah, I'm headed to the capital. There's better ways to get different places from there.
I mean,
Why so many questions?
Oh, I was just curious. You don't meet many people on these roads.
I'll actually say another fun fact is they do have a pair of goggles on their head.
Underneath the wagon, I cast a message.
Two.
Lyra, ask him if he was captured nearby. Or see if you can tell how long he's been on the run. I think that's all my wording, all my letters, words. You know what I'm saying?
Message doesn't have a limit. It's just one message.
Oh, cool.
Sending
That's my
has the limit.
The message has to be within a certain number of feet.
Yeah.
I am very sorry to hear that, sir. I hope you can, friend. I hope you can find what you're looking for and then cast release and get away. Were you captured near here? Where are you from?
Actually,
other
I will say you also. Oh, actually no, because I will say Lyra as they spun in their heel before they transformed, you did see a hint of looks like the very pointed elven ears before they transformed. Now they look like a humanoid wolf. But they just say Averagil, what's it matter?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I was just curious. How did you end up all the way over here in Cavia? That's crap.
I traveled. I wound up in Stonehill somehow. I had to get away.
I don't mean to really pry, but a lot of us went through something very similar, actually. We were captured out of nowhere, really. Woke up in a strange place. In Stonehill, actually, as well. A little bit north of one of their towns. I mean, I really didn't mean north of Grimsby a little bit. I didn't mean to really pry, but all you have.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna freak him out.
She's
spell.
She's again very trying to be like very empathetic and everything. And she's like, I imagine you're probably very scared, and I know you were too. And she'll.
Gail is staying within 5 feet for interception at all points.
She'll point to her. She'll point to like her unmarked wrist. But leave something on your wrist. She doesn't want to show her wrist, but
Roll up. She kind of started trying to talk them down. Roll a persuasion check, Lyra.
Okay, I'm good at this. Come on.
Can I assist?
Yeah, how are you
Is that in this
assisting?
conversation?
It's fine.
She's looking
As
I don't think I need it.
as Lyra's talking and you're kind of like keeping your voice kind of calm and level, they and indicate the wrist and kind of look and then take a deep breath and they kind of calm down and you see them visibly shrink back down into their elven form and you see standing before you a elven creature person with kind of a shock of like purple in the front of their hair that kind of like hangs a little bit over their face. The rest of it being black. You see they've got a pierced navel, pierced left ear, goggles on the head, kind of like almost like a, I guess, kind of almost like a tube top or a bralette type of idea, and like the furred shawl type of thing, and red leather pants, and leather boots.
Icon.
I'm sorry about that. I'm just a little jumpy. You must understand.
Oh, I don't blame you at all. Terrifying when you don't know where you are and you don't know what happened.
Tell me about it.
Where your weapons
My name is Elias.
Nice.
I'm from originally Everagil, but not anymore.
You're from somewhere else now.
I'm from nowhere. No. Elias Illidan. Ildan. Eildan. Yeah, I'll get it to you. I'll say Lyra, just because of your background and your history, you do recognize the last name as kind of a minor noble house in Everagil.
Okay.
Nothing like too high up royal wise, but minor noble house.
She won't mention anything on it, but
That's fair.
she sorts that away.
Yeah. And what do you know about this? So new about this mark? And they kind of hold up their wrist briefly and put it back down, and kind of on the hilt of their sword.
She'll motion towards your friend to show his wrist.
He does so gladly.
I know he would. That's why I recommended your friend.
Yeah.
Here it is.
And they
Probably not much more than you, honestly.
do you kind of inch a little closer and look and say, do you all have it?
Yes. As you can imagine, it's not something we like to gladly go showing around.
No,
Bit
of
of a
course not.
reminder of a hard time.
No, and who knows what this thing is.
You do have a little bit of knowledge on it. Did you wake up with anyone else? Or was it just you?
I woke up and there was like 5 other looked like bodies, people laying there on the ground. I just got out of there.
That's very fair. How long ago was this? Don't mind me asking.
I don't know, had to be a few weeks ago. I'm not sure.
Does this timeline line up with ours?
Yeah, roughly. I have to go back and figure out the exact timelines, but it's been a few weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a feeling those 4 other people on the ground might have been us, but I can't be sure or anything.
Well, there's 5. There's 4 of you. So, was there anyone else there when you? If that was you, when you woke up?
It was just us 4 when we woke up, so there could have been someone else there.
I mean, there were corpses in the
No.
other room, but they were a little more. I think they'd been there a while.
We were actually been searching for more information.
I quickly cast message. Lyra, he only sees you 3, not me.
As you guys are discussing, you see them kind of sniff the air slightly and Something smells like death. There's another smell here.
Oh, we've murdered plenty for sure, yes.
You did run into some trouble on the road, but unrelated to these marks. But are you saying there smells like death, like in this specific location, or?
They kind of step a little closer and sniff the air and they look at Yale. You smell off. Anyway, none of my
You don't
business.
exactly smell great yourself, buddy, but alright.
I wouldn't worry about.
It's just strange. Sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. Still getting used to these new senses. You said you're.
Something new for you.
You could say so. Yeah, you see like trace of a kind of almost like that wolf like growl to their voice as they just kind of look and kind of glare almost at the ground as if remembering something that they don't really want to remember.
You've been on the road since you woke up? You got resources? Sleep?
Mostly, it's been interesting.
I don't mean to pry, but where are you planning on going from here?
I don't know. I was just gonna go to Doncaster and maybe find work, or I don't know, get as far away from that place as I can. Why have you learned something else?
We've been doing some research on it, so I was curious if we were able to find anything we might be able to share that with you in the future.
What are you trying to take these people down?
Or join them.
We're not going to join them.
We're not
going to
joining
join them.
We're gonna figure out how to get them
Possibilities
marked
on the
off.
table.
Your friend's mind ended up a little addled after the whole deal.
Or before.
Or
We don't
He
before.
did face palms
But
underneath the wagon.
traumatic experiences tend to not work great. Very sorry about him. But if you are staying in Doncaster, we've been doing some research down in Aquarin, actually. If you're staying in Doncaster, we could reach out in the future if we're able to learn anything. And perhaps let those doing the research that we're not quite privy to, as, there's only so much that we as, there's magicians and wizards and scholars out there who spent their whole life studying this kind of thing. We can send that information to you.
I'm not sure how. I mean, I know. Well, I learned a little bit of magic growing up, but I don't know much. Well, traditional. I mean, I've learned some different stuff in the last few months.
I mean, we could always send a letter to you, or there are those who are more capable and can send messages across great distance through magic.
What did they say their name was again?
Elias. Alais. Eildan. Xem. Xexem. Are pronouns.
So if I said Elias and used Kavian sending, does anything I say
Elias? And say a message to them, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah, you could say a message if you want to. You just basically whisper the name into the mark and then you say your message. So what do you want to say?
I mean, Elias, you're like us, aren't you?
You see them kind of look around. What was that? How did you do that?
Hale, you're going to scare him. Scare them. Zem.
I know it's a harder one. I had to do it.
It's like,
It felt right. Anyway, continue.
yeah, no, it works. Well, you're going to scare them.
Yeah, they're already scared. They may as well know what's up with them.
What did you do?
These marks are kind of like Cavian totemic marks, if you're at all familiar with them.
Not so much. History was never my strong suit.
I don't blame you. I always didn't pay attention in history classes. But these totemic marks-ish, they're not quite. They're sort of messed up versions of them. If you are able to, you're able to say someone's name into it, and who also has a similar mark, in this case, us, and be able to communicate with them.
Interesting. So could we do that? Could we do that wherever we are?
You think it's limited to some distance, but it could be a way for future communication. Or, like I said, there are those who are far more powerful with magic who are helping us do research. I'm sure they would be able to help us get communication with you. Should the need arise and we actually figure things out.
That would be possibly wanted. I wouldn't mind making whoever this was pay. My life hasn't been simple in the last few months, but I was just trying to come to terms with things. I don't need this bullshit.
I don't blame you, and if you're fine with keeping it, that's your decision as well.
If we can get rid of it safely or whatever, that'd be great. Oh, sorry, I lost what I was gonna say.
Okay, I know this is gonna be a really hard time.
Actually, that's what it was. As you've been talking, the more they've been saying, Lyra, you can roll a history check.
There it is.
17's enough. The more they've been talking about, like, the last couple months have been hard, and she comes to terms with it, and you vaguely remember, because you also recognize the last name, something about that family. Something happened. You're not sure what, but something happened and someone disappeared.
Okay, I imagine it was like, oh yeah, someone was talking about it at dinner, and it was just like, okay, this is boring.
Basically, it's kind of like one of those, almost like a rumor, but one of those rumors that it was like something that probably shouldn't have been talked about, but people will talk about it anyway.
You shall go out, and if you ever want to go back to Everagil in the future, I'm sure there are those that help that happen as well. Even if there's something keeping you from doing that, almost everything can be reversed.
Yeah?
Why would I ever go back there?
I mean, I don't know your circumstances or anything. I was just offering it.
I was just like looking between Lyra and this individual and at Lyra and this individual and knowing that they don't understand shit.
They just kind of looking like,
Tell the truth.
who are you people? Like, how do you don't know me?
We haven't come up with a band name yet.
They just cock an eyebrow.
We're, since we all met, we were all joking about becoming a band.
What? Excuse me! That was not a joke.
Trauma bonding and all of that. But no, I was just trying to offer some condolences. I know this is probably a hard time, and of course you are more than welcome to make your own decision. Again, just an offering.
I'm sorry. How do we know this person?
We don't really, but they seem to be in the same situation as us, and so I offered that if we ever learn anything about this and how to get rid of it, we would share it.
Oh. Yeah, I should do that.
I feel like that's a fair offer to make.
Renee, because you've been listening to this and from where you're from, I want you to roll. What will this be? Either Arcana or Nature check, and you can have advantage because of where you're from.
Who?
Renee, Quentin, whatever.
Oh,
Oh.
Sorry, wrong name.
well, it's the same crappy roll either way.
Pick one.
Oh, well, that was supposed to be Arcana, but it would have been the same numbers.
Whatever. So 16. That's not bad considering. And you would have seen the wolfish feet at least. Putting that together and the way they're, talking about like smells. You kind of remember something about werewolves in the Feywild. Like you remember hearing about werewolves and at least a little bit about them. It's interesting. You don't know much more, but you just remember remember werewolves and just sets your mind. There's a couple of details that make you think about it. And then say
Yeah, we have your name now and a general direction of where you might be heading in the future. So I can promise if we are able to find anything, we'll reach out one way or another.
yeah, maybe don't bandy that name around too much. It probably won't go over well.
You kind of told us up front, so maybe pick another name to go by. Just a suggestion.
Do you have a nickname or a name of a character in a book you've always wanted to emulate or anything like that?
Well, to be honest, I thought for sure being out this far in the cave that I'd be safe from people recognizing my name, but I'm assuming some of you did. You seem to. Seem familiar.
So, pro advice from this girl Lyra over here, people are gonna recognize you anywhere you go without fail.
All the time.
Literally every day. Like multiple times.
Okay,
What?
I have done everything I can to resist this, but yeah, this one can't be resisted. And from underneath the wagon, you hear, "Oh, dear princess!"
Who hearkens there?
You see them kind of look down and say, "What are you doing? Who are you?" And I
He's a little-
strain back up.
Ignore him.
He's a little anxious
Let
about
me
you
ride in the
people.
wagon. They're mean. They make me run underneath.
He's the wheel god.
Roll a deception check.
Gail's gonna assist, because Gail's gonna say, "You stay down there!"
Fine, roll an advantage. They're like, "Well, that's mean."
Yes.
They are.
Yeah.
That's why I call her the princess.
Lyra just like face palms. Please ignore them, please.
Sure. Tell them to ignore the punishment that you make me endure.
He is quite the actor.
Good fairies get to ride in the cart. Bad fairies get the wheel.
Holy shit. Fucking awesome.
Lyra's just gonna feel like, this is definitely gonna make this guy trust us more.
Rudy's now down on his knees doing the bowing to Her Highness under the cart. Of course, he's the only one who can see me doing this.
As they
Anyway.
kind of lean back down and say, "Would you mean princess? Why would you say that?"
The inside joke.
It's a nickname they use that I've asked them to stop using. But as you say, trauma bonding.
Some people get
friendships are a little
recognized everywhere.
strange.
It's almost like they're royalty.
Anyways, is there a name you might want to go by in Lancaster?
Allie, I guess.
Allie? Any last name?
Let's just leave the last name out. It's probably safer. Now they know apparently it's not recommended.
I was
His last name.
I was more, if you could come up with one. That
Mm.
works too.
Fly over real quick to him, and I hover about 6 feet away at ear level. I got a couple spare names. You want one?
Hey
I'm
kid, you
whispering
wanna
to
buy a watch?
where only he can hear.
Zay.
Look, Valen Nightblade. You look like a good Valen. You can use that one. William Copperton is another one that's always worked well for me. Go with either of those two. I'll quit using them.
Or better yet, we could all use them.
How did you...
Slide back. I fly back underneath the wagon.
Hold on a second. You just see them, guys, you like fly up to them and go, how did a fairy get to Atemnity? I know Feragil's goes to the he goes to the Feywild any time, but I've never actually seen a fairy cross
Fly
over.
back to the wagon and stop. Next time you see four bodies laying around, you check, and you would have known I was there to start with.
It seems
And then
those that
underneath
thought
the wagon.
it seems that those that thought kidnapping was a great idea didn't really stop at just a 10. Stretched out a little bit beyond Feywild as well.
I see.
A fair bit beyond.
little
Why,
bit.
do you know why? What have you guys learned? Why did they take us?
Because we're special.
Partially, yes. It was for some sort of ritual to break a seal. That's really all we've learned.
Is there eyes just kind of widen?
Yeah, it sounds bad. It sounds really bad. I know. And this is kind of something, I'm not the best person to explain it.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna let me explain? Alright. So there's this undead, super powerful being.
Never mind. She was just
Back
like,
to brooding.
yes, please go back to brooding. I believe it was part of a powerful lich. We're trying to think back. But we're working to try and stop this. I assure you. Oh my god, my computer
Well,
blinked at me. Sorry.
you.
It was just like a bright flash.
Well, since we're going in the same direction, anyway, you guys got room in that wagon for one more? We're going in the same direction anyway.
Ride the wheel.
I mean, weren't we going in the opposite direction?
No, they were traveling the same direction. They were walking away from you so they were traveling the same direction.
I mean, we already got 2 strangers in the cart. I don't know if one more is gonna break anything.
I mean, I'll split my ways as soon as we get there. Just walking is a bitch. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's true. That's true. I'll just
And-
look at Lyra,
That's
see
fine
what
with
she
it.
thinks.
And during that time, you might be able to come up with a fake last name or something. So it's a little easier to identify. There are quite a few. I'm guessing there are quite a few alleys around.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess my name's a little unique. Well, my first name anyway.
Actually, very quickly, Quentin, is there any alleys in your family? A cousin? A sister? Quentin? I'm getting the silent treatment once again.
Crap.
Leave me under the wagon, that's what you get.
I deserve this. I should punish you much less.
No, he's done everything to deserve it. He stays under the wheel.
That's true, but maybe I should be down there as well.
It wouldn't
Oh,
fit, I'm
the
afraid.
shame.
Lyra's just once again just like shaking her head.
They, kind of walk tentatively forward towards the wagon.
Yes, come on. Join us.
They kind of crawl in, say, thanks. And as you guys kind of get on your way, is there anything else you want to discuss with this person or amongst yourselves?
Are you aware of the economic state of Atemnity?
Atemnity? Not really. Kind of out of touch with that
Let me
stuff.
school you. They receive a lesson on utter nonsense.
They just spend the entire time looking at you like, who are you? I don't know how that happened. So you spend the rest of the day traveling, end up pulling over for rest. So also you get your long rest. Next day of travel, someone can roll a d20.
I think it's my turn.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's the page for that? So as you kind of wake up in the morning and it's already the winds are starting to really batter against you. Pretty strong. There's my page on that. And so yeah, once again, Quentin, you're finding like it's better for you to stay in the cart. Flying doesn't seem very advisable. Elias, kind of huddles down, kind of covering their ears, like it's particularly deafening to them. And you eventually make it through the day. Someone roll the next d20.
I'm up.
Roll it again. I don't want to do that one again. Fuck it. I don't feel like having another rock slide.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Why am I tired? Why am I not feeling this suddenly? Fuck my life.
Oh, I mean, if you want to take a break, that's okay.
I don't know if I can do anything past a break either. I feel bad.
Okay.
It's okay.
Do you want to just end it? I feel stupid. Sorry.
No.
We got some role play in.
You
Yep.
did. I got crushed by rocks.
That's right.
I lifted a boulder.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just my brain's not working against me. So he met a friend. Yeah, sorry about the pronouns that seem to fit them. It's just, pronouns are so hard to remember. I mean, it's fairly safe. And Zem is one of those ones where I'm always never sure if I'm saying it right. But I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. But like, yeah, something felt right about it.